up, guys?
What's up?
Good evening, man.
Another beautiful day.
It has been pretty, dude, across the country. It has been gorgeous for days now, several days.
Oh, it's been raining off and on
Yeah.
for 2 days here.
We had horrible storms yesterday, but that's all moved east for everybody else. And here, it's been nice. But it kept our temps down in the 80s for the last couple of days, which was nice. Today, we're back up to the 90s. I had to work outside out at Camp Bullis today, so I'm tired and grumpy. Other than that, I'm good to go.
What's up? David Martin, bagged in, down home dish, Molotov, living him in. What's up? What's up?
You know what I'm drinking?
I'm doing rum tonight. I'm in a rum dude.
Gotta share it out. I forgot to share it out. Share it out if you haven't.
Hit that thumb. We got 9 people in here and like 2 thumbs.
This is, so this is, we're going to be having in just a bit here, we're going to be having a little bit of a conversation. This started off as a big argument in the Discord server. And we were like, you know what? We're not going to just have like an argument in the Discord server. We're going to take it live. We're going to have this conversation here. So right now, if you have any friends in Florida, if you know any Florida YouTube channels, you know any of those guys who get into those just sick fish and it's just not fair, hit them up now. Get them in here on this conversation. Tag them in your posts on your social media and let them know that we are going to be dragging them through the mud in just a couple of minutes. Let's get them in here.
That sounds like utter jealousy.
I live in Texas. I don't have to be jealous. I'm good. But it's not fair for maybe somebody in, California.
Right.
I don't know. I think California has some pretty good fishing too, don't they?
Nobody knows because you're not allowed to kill fish over there. It's
Well, I know they catch some big bass. I've seen some big bass over 10 pounders caught.
That's true. And I've seen some offshore fishing out of there, but just not to the level of all the other coastal states, it seems like.
They've got to have better fishing than they're letting on. I don't know why you don't see more. It is really hard to find a fishing channel out of California.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if they got all that ocean and all them fish, but I don't know if there's very many people who fish it. They're not like Texans and Floridians that want to go out there and fish or something. I don't know.
I don't know. That's probably the conversation we need to have for an entire live stream.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a lot of different variables. I have no idea, but it's legitimate. Like there's just nowhere near as many California channels as there are on YouTube alone. But There's just nowhere near as many as there are like any of the other like eastern sided states.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Peter's in the house.
I say, what's up, Ben and Peter and Dylan? What's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
I seen Peter was live last night, and by the time I got over there, you guys were done.
Dude, it was an interesting one. Yeah, we were talking about the Ninja Turtles, and it was a fun conversation.
Rocking the Stanley Orchard garb tonight.
John over here's got some taste. Look, we didn't even plan that.
No, we didn't. And Grant's got the hat on, so
That's it. Got the merch. Rocking the merch. Rocking the merch. I've got the red Solo cup. Anybody want to sponsor some drinks? We got room.
Yeah, there you go. See, I like living in Minnesota outdoors. As I only have 11,000 plus lakes to choose from. I'll keep Minnesota. Nothing wrong with that.
Right.
And I love Michigan, but for some reason, I got infected when I was here in Texas with salt water, and I love that the most now. I still love to go up to Michigan and fish for walleye, but, some of the Michigan folks wouldn't like me when I tell you, trolling for walleye, it's like, oh, I think there's a fish there, reel up, and here's a fish. It's not like a battle like you see a lot of other types of fishing. Now, they do jig on the river and stuff for walleye, and it's a different bite then. So I do love freshwater fishing, but man, I just can't get away from saltwater fishing.
I feel the same way about it. Minnesota is high on my list of places that I would love to go to. I got saltwater running through my veins. I can't get away from it, and it's like I'm Texas specific too. Like I love what we got here, but man, Minnesota, Michigan, Wisconsin, that's where I go for some like vacation. You know what I mean? Like for fun fishing.
Yeah. And go up there when it's hot as hell down here. You said we're all bald.
I don't even like wearing a hat, so I'm not going to wear one.
Oh, man. I wear a hat all the time everywhere. Well, in the military, I always had to wear a hat. So
I like beanies.
Yeah, Peter, he's saying there's alligators up in Waco. Yeah, that was in the news. Probably be something that's worth having a conversation about on here. Ben, we go fishing to the live stream last night, and they dedicated the entire thing to them catching bull sharks out of the Guadalupe River. Like some guy went and it's funny that you'll have to watch Ben's video. We go fishing. Check it out. It's a funny little conversation. But they are in the Guadalupe River, and he's using big time tackle. He's got a gaff on him, and he just happens to get himself a bull shark. I thought that was a little suspicious.
Right.
I mean, bull sharks are known to swim up into rivers, fresh water.
Yep.
And the Guadalupe does feed into the ocean, so I guess that's a possibility.
I'm not surprised.
I wouldn't say it'd be way up here because we got dams. They can't be way up here.
I'm not surprised that it's there, and I'm not surprised even that somebody caught one. That's very outlandish, but not impossible. But the fact that he had that big tackle and stuff, and he says he was fishing for gar, so it's kind of like all right, but it still was just a little bit like. He also said, I think at one point he's saying how he he gaffed the bull shark so that he could release it. So, well, that's not exactly how that works.
Yeah, no, that's not that. That's worse. That's not good.
Yeah, I'm game. I'm convinced. I'm the same way. I kind of feel like if I was just a little bit closer, I wouldn't mind going and just sitting on the bank. It's a beautiful river.
Yep.
Sit down there. I don't know how many times you'd have to do it, but there, you can do it. Obviously, there's
and
bars.
Byproduct: big catfish, big gar.
Right. Big ones.
Do it, Peter.
So let's talk about Florida. Here's the deal. Let me bring this up here. This is going to be an entire live stream conversation too. We're going to be bouncing back and forth between a lot of topics, but or a lot of different portions of this conversation. Let me pull this up here.
What's up, Hooked R&R?
So we had a little bit of a conversation going in the server, like I'd mentioned, and it became a little bit of a heated conversation because we have some people who have won some awards in the server, and everybody's saying that's not fair because they live in Florida and all they have to do is go in their backyard and catch fish.
All right, so that's the backstory to it.
That's how it all started. So, is it unfair? Yeah, we've seen it. Darcy goes back there, on her off days when she's bored and just wants to make a video just because she wants to get paid. She goes and catches peacock bass and knife fish out of her backyard.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, Florida, you got saltwater and freshwater readily available. You might not have muskie, but you got a whole bunch of other cool stuff. But if you think it's unfair, just move to Florida, and then you could enjoy all that too.
There you go.
That is one thing I like about Texas is we're close enough to the coast. We have saltwater available, but we have good freshwater fishing available in Texas as well. So, yeah.
I've never fished in Florida, so I don't know for sure. But from the videos I have seen of Florida, they catch a lot of fish. Golly.
Hey, I've gone down there and not caught shit.
Right.
Yes, but you are a special and unique individual, John.
Right. What's up, Mark J? Yeah, there's two older guys that I watch called Kissimmee Special, and they catch their limit on either crappie or shell crackers or bluegill, and they get checked just about every time they're coming back. They'll catch their limit just about every morning.
Yeah, I see some real good crappie fishing come out of Florida. For sure.
Yeah.
And bass. Largemouth bass.
Oh, yeah.
We're stocking Florida strain bass here in Texas in some of our lakes right?
Oh yeah, there's guys that do that around here.
Yep.
Yep.
So I mean, it is what it is, though. Now, if you want to complain, living like Utah. Now, I hope nobody in the thing. Where are you going to fit? I mean, yeah, there is some water in Utah, but like, how many dedicated Utah fishing channels are there? Has anybody? I've never seen one. I've seen New Mexico catfish one. So, and New Mexico doesn't have a lot of great waters, but there's lakes, especially up northern New Mexico. You can do some good trout fishing.
Yeah, there's a channel. Was that Lake Mead that was dropping real low?
Yeah,
there was a channel. I don't know if that was out of Utah or not, but they blew up over the Lake Mead videos. It was like,
but the video was just showing the state of the lake. They weren't fishing, were they?
They have fishing videos. Like, that's what their channel was about.
But that's not what they blew up over, I don't think.
Right. What's up, Gunpoint?
Arizona's another. They got some nice lakes. They got some river, but not a lot.
Yeah.
You know, I've got a little bit of a take on this. So part of the Florida thing is the clear water, right? Like, they've got clear water like very few places have. We don't have that in Texas. Like we have it half of the time, but you have to get offshore to see it on rare occasions.
That's what I'm jealous about. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel the same way. But I'll tell you right now, the clear water, like when it sets in Texas, good freaking luck. You are not going to catch fish. And we know, like, guys like C-Pro, like, they have, like, the way that they fish for some of the species that we have down here, like a perfect example is mangrove snapper. They have to work hard to get into those mangroves. Like, those guys, that water is so clear, those guys will not take a bait. They get really line shy. Yeah. So they have, like, all these species, they have all this fish, and they have all this stuff going on, and it's beautiful because you have this clear water. But at the same time, you have to work like twice as hard. I do not have to work hard to cut up a mullet and throw it out into the surf at the beach and hook into a big redfish. Like, it is not labor intensive at all.
True that.
You know what I mean? That to me, that's the other side of the argument.
Yeah. Then how far out you got to go?
But that's
how far out you got to go to get good offshore fishing. That's the other issue.
Well, that's true. So in Florida, you can drive like 30 feet in your boat and you're fishing for sailfish.
You're on a reef offshore, yeah.
Yeah.
Texas, you're taking a whole day trip to get there.
Yeah, we will spend an hour driving offshore to get to where we're going. We're doing this trip with Ben in Houston here in a couple weeks. That's a 4-hour haul offshore to get to the fishing spot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's I can't imagine. Like, you probably are driving away from fish if you're going 4 hours offshore in Florida. Like, you're getting away from them.
Right. How many fish have you driven over, going out 4 hours even?
Yeah.
Gosh.
So I think for me, weather not being an issue, hurricanes, all that stuff, if I wanted to live somewhere solely for fishing, for me, Florida would be ideal. Now, Florida's heat in the summer sucks as bad or worse than Texas. And hurricanes seem to like Florida a little better than they like Texas. So there's reasons I don't live in Florida. But if it was just for fishing, and I had my choice of fresh and salt water and the ease of fishing, I think Florida would be hard to beat in the United States.
Dude, Gunpoint, that is a heck of a question right there. How often and safe is it to stay at sea overnight fishing? Are there special permits or licensing? There is not. You don't have to have anything special. You do have to have, like, there's lighting that's required on your boat for it. It is dangerous. In Texas, it's dangerous because we have shipping lanes. And especially where I'm out of, like, they are hauling big tankers just left and right. So you basically want somebody up all night. We actually had the circumstance. I did an overnight trip last summer. I'll tell you a story on this one, and I'll make it quick. But we were offshore, and we were taking turns sleeping. And we had we had FLIR, and we had our radar, and we had all the alarms and everything set. so that if anything popped up within 1 mile of our boat, all the alarms would go off so that we would know and we could move, despite everybody being up the whole time. We had a tanker pass like a half a mile away, and that alarm never went off.
Oosh.
Yeah, that is sketchy. Like, that is some scary stuff. And we were, I don't know, 120 miles, something like that. We were way offshore. You don't come back from that. Like, they don't help you. You're not even in the country. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you just don't exist anymore if something happens.
Yeah, and if you're that far out, the depth of the water, you're not using an anchor.
Yeah, no, yeah, you're floating. Yeah, you're drifting along.
If you want to use an anchor, you got to come into, 100, 200 foot. He's talking about being out there where it's 600, 1,000 foot deep. So.
Oh yeah, we were in 2,000 feet of water. You have a hard time fitting enough line on your reel to drop something down at the bottom. We have to use electric reels for everything.
Wow.
I talked to some guys who will go out and fish like that, but then they do motor in to where they know they can anchor for the night, but you still keep somebody up because you never know. I mean, you talk about shipping channels and all that, but boats aren't locked into like a road system like, on land. They go wherever they want, so you never know when some boats come rolling up on you in the middle of the night.
Shit, even the videos you see in the middle of the day when freaking people run each other over.
Yep, exactly.
Come on, man. Pay attention.
Yep.
What's up? Fishing without a boat? Farm off fanatic? What's going on, guys?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, that's pretty wild.
So, another point of the conversation with the Florida thing. So I'm going to play. I'm not even going to say it's devil's advocate because I don't think that it's unfair. Like my kind of take on it, I'll be dramatic about things, but my take on it is that it is not unfair, like the whole Florida fishing thing. I understand where people are coming from, especially if you're in a place, like Maltov, he doesn't get to do a whole lot of fishing where he's at. He's out in Iraq. So he doesn't get as many opportunities as the rest of us. And I feel your pain on that, even though I think he's defending the Florida fishing thing. The other thing, so I talk about how clear water fishing, you don't even understand how difficult it is to catch fish in clear water because they are so line shy, and they really, really are. The other side of that is there is so much fishing going on in Florida. There is so much
pressure.
Exactly. There's so much pressure that it is hard to get a fish just because of things like snapper. You can't even take you're not even allowed to take sharks in Florida. Like, I can take a shark a day, all day long. Nobody cares. Unless it's like certain species. I can take sharks where I'm at. You can't do that in Florida. Like a lot of the ones that they have that we have that we can take care of, you can't do over there. And that extends to their fishing regulations because they are hit so hard. My bag limit is something like double what theirs is, right? Like down here in Texas, our limit's 4 and theirs is 2.
Yeah, they got a lot more people out there fishing. That's for sure.
And that might be another disadvantage, how many times they get sharked. It seems like a lot of Florida videos, they get sharked a ton.
Yeah, they're trying to catch snapper, and every snapper they pull up is a half of a snapper.
Yeah, that's bad.
Oh, Maltov thinks it's up there. Okay, I thought you were. That's fine.
Also, so he's saying something about people you see on video or on social media might be better anglers. That's true too, but also remember, especially the ones that do it full time, they can fish every day. They're not posting videos of those days that sucked, right? Yeah. They're posting videos of the days they're catching. So you man, this person's a good angler. Every video I watch, they catch fish. They've probably gone out plenty of times and didn't get anything to even make a video out of. Because I know I've been there. I've posted one video where I didn't catch anything. But there's been plenty of times I went out fishing and didn't catch anything. It just never became a video.
One thing I always look at when I'm watching fishing videos is the light. Like, does the light change? Is this guy out there at dusk?
Right.
And then all of a sudden he's catching a fish and it's well past noon.
Right.
You know, like, did he sit out there that whole time? And another thing is, like, did they catch 2 or 3 fish? I know Thresher is one that's good on this. He'll catch 2 or 3 fish because he's not even that picky about it. He's not going to show every catch, I'm sure. But it's like he went out there and filmed, and he caught 3 fish. He was probably out there all day filming that video. Yep. You know what? Thresher's skilled. He was out there for 6 hours, and he caught 3 fish. Well, that kind of checks out. That falls in line with about the same with what I'm doing.
Yeah, I like it. I like it when they've changed
content.
I like it when they've changed clothes in the video. Sorry.
All of a sudden they're wearing something different.
Yeah, it's a different day. I love it when they.
I think it makes a difference to your fish. For me, sometimes you put a little extra pressure on yourself. Hey, I want to get a video out of this trip, so we need to make sure we catch fish a little harder, try different things. But there's also, you get to a point where like, hey, and the way my channel started, hey, I'm going fishing. I'm going to bring a camera and record it, but I'm going fishing. You know what I mean? And I still sometimes I'll be out there fishing and I'll forget to get stuff on film because, oh wait, I'm supposed to be a creator and be creating, but I'm busy fishing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So.
Or how many fish have you lost? How many fish have you lost trying to press record before you set the hook?
Yep.
That's me.
Yep, been there, done that. The good ones can pay somebody to film for them, so all you gotta do is focus on fishing.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
I can't afford that.
Yeah, you know, I'll say my take on that. I was the exact opposite, where I was committed to the YouTube thing, and I'm like, I'm gonna get this on video, and I've cost myself fish doing that, fumbling with crap and trying to hit the record button, and like messing with things. I am infuriating on a boat sometimes. Like, you're not allowed to listen to the radio when I'm on the boat. I don't care. Like, I will scrub decks. And I will bait hooks, and I will clean. I will work hard. I can put in a 32-hour day on a boat fishing. Like, I will work hard.
Not me no more.
But you're not going to get to listen to the radio, and you don't even get to set the hook on that fish until I hit record. It sucks.
That's pretty good, Wild Japan. Just catch some fish, take pictures with it, change real quick. So it looks like it's a different day. Look, we got these ones too.
That's awesome.
My wife let me fish all weekend.
Yeah,
exactly. Even though you only got to go.
Yeah, you know what? I'll say it totally changed everything for me too. So I enjoy fishing. I enjoyed fishing prior to YouTube. I learned a lot from doing the YouTube thing. Like, if you watch the old videos that I did, the first ones where I was out on the beach, I had the 2 things that I did that I sucked at. I've learned so much more along the way. I'm so much better of a fisherman now than I was then. At the same time, there's a lot of it's really forced sometimes now. Like, I'm actually right now, I haven't put out a video in a minute. And it's because I'm trying to decompress. I'm trying to I need to be able to enjoy it when I'm out there filming.
Yep. Farmall's in the house.
Stinky.
You never get that problem with Farmall. That's awesome.
Stinky Farmall.
That's good. Push you beyond what you're used to doing.
Yeah. I think it's neat for me, speaking of bass fishing and changing all that. I've probably said it before, but I've got Janet's first ever bass on camera, and I don't know how many personal bests she's broken on film. I think that's pretty neat.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah, the moments like that when you get them on. You know what's hilarious? Like, you get a moment like that on camera, and the video for some reason never seems to perform well. But man, you've got that to go back on.
Yep.
Right.
All right, out 2:30 a.m. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us.
Yeah, man. Get yourself some rest. Appreciate it.
Wild Japan, you just got to figure it out, man. You definitely give it enough effort. You've just got to figure out what the heck to catch them on.
Yeah. You're just, dude, he's in that phase. Like, we were all there. Remember in those days, I'm not even gonna like name names, but you know the days I'm talking about. Those early days when we first all met, and we were all making videos, and there was like those weird things that we would, like there was, I don't know how to describe it. It was just like those weird days where we were having fun, enjoying what we were doing, and we, I don't know, hadn't, I can say gotten jaded yet or anything like that, but I don't even know how to describe it now. I'm going off on a weird tangent with it. You're in a wonderful spot. Keep doing what you're doing. Like there's probably some little like wrinkles you need to iron out. We're all like going through that, like faces change on YouTube and everything, but just keep doing what you're doing because you are doing it right. You're making great content. You got a great personality.
Go with
you can't make that.
Using it as an excuse. I use it as an excuse to buy fishing gear and camera gear.
Camera gear.
Like, hey, babe, you want me to bring in a few more dollars on YouTube? I need to buy a better camera, or I need to buy some more fishing gear, or maybe a new boat.
Right.
You know what I'll say in regards to that too? He says it's cool. I have my daughter catching her first fish when I took her to the kids' fishing pond. So that is rad that you have that on YouTube, but you need to take that to the next. So that, like, you have beautiful photos of that. You need to get that frame hanging on the wall.
Definitely.
For sure.
Oh, dude, fish head. Yeah, so 2 videos ago,
Me too.
I went on 5 fishing trips and got skunked. And I had like, I don't even know, like 12 hours worth of footage that ended up being like 20 seconds of montage at the beginning of that video. Like I took 9, 10, 12 hours of footage and compressed that down into a 20-second montage. Skunk happens.
Yep, absolutely. So, Grant, you got any updates for us? Just wondering.
Yeah, I don't know how much I should divulge. I don't know.
You don't have to divulge anything. Just,
We have made an offer, and offer was countered, and we accepted the counter today.
Yeah, man.
So, yep. So we're gonna have a farm.
That's awesome.
5.8 acres. So we're gonna have a survey done. Regardless, we're purchasing the property, regardless of what it is. We just want a survey so we know where our property lines are, and
Right.
so yeah, boom, exactly, farm all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yep, gonna have Grant McIntosh Farm.
Fucking awesome.
Video and journey all along the way. We actually went out and looked at it on Saturday afternoon and walked it. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Farmall. Fishing without a boat. Janet, woohoo, yes. She and I went out and walked it Saturday. We just got out and looked around, come back to town, got some boots and walked it. It's planted in soybeans, so we won't be able to do anything with it until September, October, when the soybeans get cut out. So
Right. So how's that work? Are the soybeans that are planted, you buy the place, that's yours, and you got to worry about getting them out of the ground and everything? Or
no, the farmer and the landowner, now the seller, they get they still get all the profits.
okay.
And then, but once it's out of the ground, it's ours. If we want to keep letting him farm it, we'll let him farm it. And if we can build a house on it, build a lake on it, whatever we can do after the beans get out, we'll do that. We've got some plans. We've got some lists.
Good.
Thank you. You got lucky. Appreciate it.
Oh, I want to see that collab.
Yeah, no doubt. You'll have to bring me a Farmall tractor. He's trying to sell a couple of them. Bring me one. I'll buy it from you.
Do they have regulations up where you're at to where you have to cycle through crops? And are they dumping a cycle year on you?
No, I can grow whatever I want. Once it's my land, I can grow whatever I want.
I hear them like growing their like crop on there, and I'm just thinking like if I was going to sell a farm, I would wait until if you had any kind of regulation like that. I know that's been a thing in the past or different states or whatever.
No, Actually, a guy inherited it from his dad. His dad passing away, and the same farmer had been farming that property for 26 years. So.
All right, so you got the option of, hey, let them farm it some more. We'll get some money out of that if we build up what we want. You know what I mean? And then maybe, okay, we're gonna let him farm a little bit less, and we're gonna farm what we want to farm. You know, until you're ready to grow. Or is the farmer also like, I'm done, I don't want to farm no more?
Oh, I don't know. We haven't talked to the farmer. Yeah, the farmer wanted to buy it after he found out it was for sale, but we had already made an offer and was in agreement and all that stuff. So,
Oh, shoot, my bad.
Hey, God dang it.
That's it, man.
The Grant Macintosh grant.
Now, we've looked into a few things. We've got to actually get the property before we can. We've looked into high tunnels, and there's different grants. Like 10 years ago, you could have got a high tunnel given to you, which is basically a greenhouse. You just have to grow it out of the ground. You can't have hydroponics or anything, pots or anything like that. It has to be grown in the ground. They were giving them away for free. Of course, probably not the case now, but once we have the actual land, we heard about a female farmer, some kind of grant. So like if we signed up under Janet's name and, we might could get more help that way, and we'll see what's available.
There may be gender identification options for you.
True. There are ways around that now.
Oh, I took us there. I did it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you could identify as a female Native American.
That's it. No, I think the thing you're talking about, Stanley, with the crop rotation between soybeans and corn, that's to try to keep the ground in a balance, so you don't have to add nitrogen or.
Yeah, I heard a lot of farmers they'll plant something for a couple years and then they'll change it to something else, and it's because of the soil and do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought and I know it was like Dust Bowl things or whatever is what caused all that, but I thought they had it where it was like you had to, like back in the day, didn't you have to like quarter your land, and you like every season you had to have like 1/4 of your land that like wasn't farmed, it had to like replenish itself or something.
Yeah, they've got like CRP programs where you don't plant and you let it grow up from say March to September or October. You can't mow it so that the rabbits and the quail and whatever else can have their nests.
Your land, you'll do what the heck you want.
Yeah.
As long as it ain't, hurting somebody.
Yep. First thing be building a house and hopefully a lake, depending on how much that's going to cost.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd like to have at least a 5-acre lake, 5 to 7 acres.
Yeah. Make some friends, heavy equipment operators.
Yeah, I know a few. I mean, they're going to charge me, but hopefully they won't try to get rich off of me.
Right. Yeah, don't have your wife's uncle do it. You might try to get rich. I'm kidding. That ain't funny. That ain't funny at all. God. Moser Boy's in the house. How you doing, Moser Boy?
Oh, man.
Moser Boy. Appreciate you sharing me out. He shared something of mine the other day on Facebook.
Oh, yeah? Well, if he missed it, Grant announced that he bought the whole state of Illinois farm.
It's around 35, 36 acres.
That's nice.
Plenty for me. There's going to be plenty of farm animals and probably a few wildlife deer walking through. We seen 3 does when we were out there Saturday. It's set up pretty cool. There's a creek or a ditch right through the middle of it, and it's gonna be pretty sweet when we get it.
Yeah, you got the trees and stuff, so you can keep the wildlife in there. start growing crops that they like to eat.
Yep.
And sometimes I know farmers in certain states get special permits to shoot deer because they're destroying their crops. So, just saying.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Fill the freezer.
Dang, man, beat me to it on that. I was going to get there. I was being like polite and letting everybody have their say.
Well, Peoria is about 4 or 5 hours from me, Mosier Boy. That's up north. I'm in the south. I'm in the hill country. That's the flat country.
And I'm excited about this. There's all kinds of opportunity. Like, I'm looking forward to seeing what you're going to be doing with like YouTube and everything else on top of what you got going on. But I'm not going to lie. I'll be completely honest. I'm hearing like lake fishing, or I'm hearing like fishing at Lake Grant. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I'm hearing a lot of it.
That's all part of the plan. We'll have to have a commercial kitchen for Janet to bake out of because she is
just Lake Janet.
Dude, actually, it should be Lake
Janet.
That's it. There we go. Lake Janet. I like it. Yep. Hopefully there'll be a duck blind or a pit off the side of it.
Oh, shit. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I sent you the aerial of it or not, but it's really close. Like the spot that we hunt, Mermet, it's in between. Like you got Mermet here and you got the river here. It's like really close to the river between the two.
Oh, nice.
So,
I can pull it up if you want me to. Tell me how to spell Mermet.
Yeah, MERMET. I could give the general location. I don't know if I want to show everybody where it's at or not yet.
Yeah, everybody be parking.
Yeah.
Oh, I know you.
Yeah, no, I'd be like, I'm that guy that likes to hide me.
Mosier Boy, I know you was joking. I wish I knew somebody around Peoria. Mark J. Larson, he's up. He's a lot closer than I am. He's got some ponds. He catches some nice bass.
Thank you for joining us from Thailand.
Yes, good morning.
Yep.
Good. Yeah, I'm excited.
The Ohio River?
Yep. As long as the title search comes back, it's all good because we could actually close on it before we get the survey because we're getting it regardless of the survey.
Yeah.
I just want the survey so I can know where my property line is.
Yeah, definitely want that.
Yes. Wild Japan. Once we get settled in, it'll be
Party
fun.
at Grant's. We can brew up something strong. Yeah, he's gonna put an RV slab there for us when we get our fifth wheel.
He's putting it in the lake, so I've got 0 requests.
Well, we've got a couple friends that's got RVs, so we've already planned on that.
Sweet.
My apologies. Google Maps is giving me some issues here. Like,
we're gonna be staying at Grant RV Camp.
That's it. Yes, Mark, you and Monica will have to come down.
It's going to be the worst party ever, dude, because we're going to be like hanging out down there at the Grant RV Park down by Janet Lake. No radios allowed. No music allowed.
Bunch of YouTubers.
Yeah, but yeah. It's going to be all like well lit, but like nobody's allowed to say or do anything unless you have like the right lighting.
Yeah, hopefully this time next year we'll be moving in a new house or close to it type of thing. Things work out.
Nice.
For sure.
October, if the beans are out by October and we've got everything lined up, ready to go to start on whatever we need to start on first. I think that'll give us a good 4 months to get everything lined up.
Yep. I guess you don't want to build during the winter there, or is it an issue?
I don't know that it's an issue, and really, if they've got everything lined up to start in October, get the dirt work done and all that. It's all lined up. Parts are ordered and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because we really don't get the winter until end of December and then January and February. That's our winter.
Yeah. Yeah, ours is about January, February, into March. Because for us, winter is anything under like 60 degrees. So.
Right.
Yeah.
When it's spring in Michigan, that's winter to us.
Yeah, we've still got a lot of. We get closed on it, and then we can really start looking for what we're going to do. But yeah, it should be awesome.
All right, so I've got it here. I've got the satellite. Let me pull off like roads and stuff here.
I guess then you got to really be careful if you're planting acres of something about the frost and all that. It's not quite as easy to protect the stuff out there, is it?
Right. Definitely. Need some big frost cloths.
Where is this in relation to? Let me see. We're like not outing ourselves. Bay City.
You're to the east. We're to the west of that. Look for Hillerman. Hillerman, Grand Chain to the west.
We're all sitting here waiting for Stanley to come up with it.
So it's about time to look at the picture.
We got the pictures too. We're getting close to that time.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, like Grant, let me do this. Like, we got to have more conversations about this in the future, anyway. You give me like we'll do an update next week, and we'll pull up like the topographic thing. We're gonna take a look at it, and we're all gonna like weigh in our opinions and everything on your land.
Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah, we still got to get the title search and all that and close.
Yeah.
We still got a little bit, but it sounded pretty good.
Yeah. It's exciting. Excited to see what you do with it.
All right, you guys ready to do some photos here?
Let's look at them. Now, is it all people from Florida because they have an unfair advantage?
it's a complete everything is just Florida this week. Like we just didn't have room for anybody else at all. So this is our photos of the week. This is brought to you by the Premier Fishing and Hunting Discord server. Of course, if you have not joined, you really need to do so. There is a link in the description of the video down below, in the description of the video. Come and join us. Have some fun. Show us your shots so we can take a look at them, and we can all live vicariously through your fishing experiences every week. Going to start things off. Oh, yeah, man. That didn't fill itself out. Sorry about that. So, first things first, we're taking a look at everybody who got their the pictures of the Aurora Borealis.
Yeah. That's amazing. You know what's funny about that is they see that up north all the time, right? And when I lived in Michigan, I never saw it. And so me and Audrey are always talking about, I need to be up there one year when it's going on and I can see it. And then the other night, it happens right here where you could see it in San Antonio, and I completely miss it. I'm like, what the heck? I mean, basically, you could see it from anywhere in the country.
You know, I couldn't see it. It was foggy out. But I was actually... I took Rachel to prom. She's a teacher, so we were chaperoning, so I took her to prom. I do it every year. And so the police were out there in the fog, and one of the cop cars was behind a tree and had his lights going. And so the red and blue lights were shining in the fog. So I took a picture of that and told everybody that I was experiencing the South Texas aurora. And I completely forgot to put that picture on here. I should have done that.
Hey, Monica. Oh, we lost her.
Hey, Monica.
Hey,
and
Monica.
then, just because we have our dinks of the week.
Nice.
Big Ed Savage. I don't know what aquarium, what fish bowl you're fishing in for that guy.
All right, that looks like a guppy or something.
Yeah, and he's got the setup for it too. Look at that little hook and that little bait he's got going.
Yep.
Oh yeah, he was definitely micro fishing with that little hook.
Yeah, he was trying. And Gone Fishing, I have to give credit for this gentleman right here. That's Gone Fishing's friend. So he hooked a rock,
Well, I
and
figured.
he is selling it. There's Big Hit. What's up, man? Oh, he was fishing for bait. I got you. That makes sense. Okay, you sold that well.
All right, I guess.
I'll give you credit on that. Yeah. Next up, we have everybody who got outside, got themselves some fresh air. Kudos and credit to you guys for doing what you do.
All
Wild
right.
Japan, Aeon, Shimano Truther, Bakermeister.
Photos with dogs in them win every time.
Yep, I agree with that. Yeah, mosquito fish. We got those in Texas. I recognized them.
Oh,
And then,
damn.
of course, Michael, Nihil, Rennie, and Wild Japan.
Bird Whisperer.
Rennie, that's a cool shot, by the way.
That is
Let's
a
see.
really cool shot.
I wonder if that's a gray jay, because David Martin, he's got those up there in Canada, and him and his girls were feeding some gray jays out of their hands. Kind of looks like the same kind of bird.
Oh,
That is
that's cool.
Yeah.
Pretty
Come on,
friendly.
Gray Jays. Come down here to Texas. Gray Jays. We've got green jays, and they're just loud.
We got Blue Jays, and they're loud too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't get many of the blue jays. We get the greens, but the blues are loud too. And then, so this is what sparked the whole conversation, FYI, with Florida. It's unfair that Larry Parrish gets to do this
Right. Every day.
every day.
Every day.
Doesn't even begin to do this gentleman justice, like the amount of photos that he's getting on a daily basis.
You know, at least those are all freshwater, right?
This time it is. He had a lot of saltwater stuff last time.
Yeah.
It is a cool gar. I agree. I thought that was the coolest picture out of all these.
On an ultralight. Nice.
Oh, yeah. Makes it fun. Good job, man. Keep it coming. And just FYI on that, stick around with us because we're going to be having a more conversation about this in just a minute. Next up, Gunpoint Llama. He's getting out there, of course, multiple days with the stuff that he's catching.
Yep. Got a little mixture there of fresh and salt, right?
No, he's doing all fresh. Oh, those are freshwater drum.
Even that one looks like a whiting on the end.
It does look like a whiting, actually. You're right.
They've all
Them
got
little drums.
mouse.
We're in that whiting time of year. You're starting to get tuned in for it.
Oh, there we go. We got some snapper, parrotfish, and that's some kind of grunt, right?
Yeah, a porgy or something.
Yeah.
He's in the Mediterranean, so it's one of those variant species, similar to the ones we have here, but not quite the same.
Right.
Neat looking fish.
Yeah, pretty stuff. Those mangroves, he had a bunch of those too. I'm envious of that. He had a whole ice chest full of them.
That one almost looks like a Cabrera with the stripes.
Right? Good meat either way, and free meat
Yeah.
too.
Definitely. Snapper's yummy.
Yep.
Oh, there you go. That's pretty.
Some catfish and some trout.
Yep.
And I gotta take a second to like give some props out to Power Pro. Like when you are bringing a chain as your stringer, you are a confident individual.
That's old school, man. We had those things back in the day when we were kids.
Really?
Yeah,
I
they got
used to
this
have
link
one.
that you just hook the fish onto.
Yep, I used to have one.
No kidding. No, I never had that. It was always nylon string for us.
Oh no, these predated the nylon strings.
Yeah, we had some fish get off of them one time, so we quit using it.
Mm. Monica, you have excellent taste. And I agree. And also credit to EVR. That is an awesome shot. This is the shots that he does with that net. And they just look gorgeous every time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Pretty.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, Akuma's just been killing it.
Oh my, that's one person.
That's one person over the course of I don't even know how many days. And of course, there's tons of shots that we didn't even get to, show on here.
He catching all the fish.
Yep.
Wearing them out.
What fish do you catch? All of them. Good looking.
Hey, man, totally understand that. We've all been there. You got to get those pictures, though. Get on the board.
Yep.
Yeah. Been there. I've done that on the boat, man. I'm a YouTube creator, but I never get pictures of anybody holding the fish that they caught because
Same
we're
here.
moving on, throwing the fish back or in the cooler one. I'm bad about that.
Oh, Monica says she got her PB bass this last weekend, 19 and a half inches, almost 4 pounds.
Nice.
You can, we'll give you a pass on that. Send the picture.
Yeah.
We'll get it in here next week.
Yeah, next time, picture or we don't believe you.
Yeah. Want to see the fish, obviously, but also, doesn't count.
Any video coming out?
Yeah, this is 2024. Like it's got to be 8K video in 360, 60 FPS.
There's some nice fish in those pictures. Golly, that is a fat bass. That's a
Mess of
slop of a
bluegill.
carp.
Yeah, that is a tub of bluegills.
Yeah.
And I don't know who you are, but whatever you're doing it right.
And then the trout over there are looking tasty too.
All right, you guys have motivated me. Janet, we got to go fishing Sunday.
Yeah.
I love to hear that.
We've been busting our butts for this farmer's market, so we gotta go fishing. I'm hungry.
I heard it in the back. Oh, and that's our next shorts video right there. 53-minute mark.
All right.
Some nice fish, guys.
Yeah.
Mark, I'm hoping you were in that photo, man.
Mark probably cast it for her and let her reel it in.
Oh, don't start that, Grant.
I'm just
Flounder, striper. Nice.
So real quick on this, just FYI, he caught some flounder, like a whole lot of flounder, like just a complete mess of flounder. And I made a little comment in the server about how I'm sick of seeing all the flounder he's catching because I can't catch them to save my life. So now he's shoving flounder down my throat just to rub it in. And these are the last flounder you will ever see pictures for on this live stream.
I like him. If
Cut
you're
him
doing
off.
that, I like him.
Yeah, not gonna lie about that, Mike.
Really?
But, I'm envious. You got some awesome catches there, dude.
Really,
just
Grant?
kidding, just kidding, just kidding. Figured it'd make you smile. She likes to see me smile on camera. I figured it'd make her smile.
We got some silly looking sharks. A slob of a
Dude,
stripe.
that's G Llama. So this dude has been busting his butt. He's had all kinds of stuff going on in his life. And he's in Australia. He's one of the moderators on the Discord server. Love him to death. And he got out there. He got out to the beach, and he just started tearing them up. Like, the dude just loves fishing for sharks. He gets the dreadnoughts, gummy sharks. I'm not familiar with all the species he gets, but he's getting these things on, like, 12-pound tests.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Looking at that reel, I'm trying to figure out what that is.
That's his other quirk, is he gets all his reels off of, like, eBay, and he rebuilds them. he doesn't even need them all. He just buys them and just rebuilds them. And then every now and then you see this.
I know someone else who does stupid stuff like that. They're piled up behind me over here.
He must be good at it though.
Ooh, dun dun dun. That's on
That's
stick
fired.
right now.
Oh yeah, and also by the way, leech. That's not a bad fish either.
No, that's a big slob of a striper.
40-inch striper.
That'd be pretty.
Ooh, look at that. Look at that crappie.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I love me some crappie.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody just getting out there, getting themselves some fish. Period, bar none. Keep doing that.
All kinds of panfish. Ooh,
Pickles.
Mm-hmm.
big ass.
Stud snapper. That's a stud snapper.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Monica. Hold on. I'll bring you up. Oh, dang it. I hit the wrong button.
You can do it.
I'll figure it out here. Give me a second. We'll get her up.
There you
There it
go.
is.
Oh, I had
And
it.
I ruined it. Go ahead.
There it
she
is. That is a big one. So, Grant, you're saying he caught it and handed it to her? Is that what you said, Grant?
Maybe.
There he is.
He is in the picture. All right. We'll take that as proof. Legitimate
Yeah.
proof. All right.
Nice fish, Monica. Congratulations. Now you got to break that 4-pound, and then you can break the 5-pound and just keep it going. Did you kiss it before you threw it back, or did you eat it?
She did just duck lips. It's kind of the introductory, not quite kissing it, just duck lips.
That's a nice snapper there, and those some nice looking tuners. And I'm thinking that's some kind of mackerel. The other one.
I'm betting that's a kingfish. I think it's a king.
Is it a king? King's a mackerel.
I'm guessing it's a king. And I just pickle. Hey, that's a great snapper. I like that you got this on here. You're setting the bar. I'm going to do this snapper run with Ben here in a couple of weeks. And I appreciate that you've got a snapper up on the board for me to completely smash after this trip.
All right, we're going to be watching for that now.
Yep. Shots fired. More shots.
Yep, shots fired. Says you don't kiss frogs anymore either, so apparently
I guess you got
frog. Ooh, Tyler's got a nice fish there. Golly.
Mm-hmm. Pretty ones. And bam with the new.
Definitely.
And Tyler, I just got to say, dude, that's a really pretty shot.
Yeah.
And bam, that's a heck of a bass too. Like she was out there, she was getting it. Kudos on that.
Yeah, nice fishes.
Yep. All right. It is that time. We need to get ourselves a new photographer of the week. This is our current 2024 Wall of Fame. Rolf is our winner last week. Rolf didn't have a picture in the game this one, so now it's time for somebody else. Oh, also just FYI, real quick. So Zane had one of his Zane moments. Zane, you submitted the photos just like a little bit late for me to be able to get this in. So we'll be talking about that next week. My apologies in advance, but just rest assured we're going to be seeing your stuff. Just wasn't able to get them in on this one. Now, for this week, photographer for the week is going to be between Big Hit Savage, Pickles, and Leech.
Dang, that's tough.
Yeah. I am going to say, let's go ahead and not vote for Pickles. He's not here to defend himself. And I want my snapper from a couple of weeks from now, me and Ben and Senior Mysterioso and Rachel. I want that to be the no, don't. John, I saw that vote. You can go ahead and take that back.
Oops.
Oops.
I can't help it. That is huge snapper. The angler is fully in the photo.
Yeah.
But they're all great pictures, all great catches.
I am going to go ahead and vote for a 40-inch striper.
There you go. Everybody else is voting for.
Couldn't even fit him in the photograph. That fish was so big.
I like the long nose gar, so I'm voting for the gar.
All right. All right. Yep, I agree.
Are you kidding me,
Ben.
Ben? Really? I am going to smoke you on that fishing trip, sir.
Yep. Yep.
I'm going to catch
your own
a fish.
brother.
I'm going to get cut off, and then I'm going to recatch that fish.
5 to 1 to 1.
Your own brother.
6 to 1 to 1 to 1.
Ooh-wee. Well, we're over time, so let's. We think we got a winner yet? Okay, Mark voted. We got 2 A's now, but we got 6 B's. There ain't enough people in this live stream to overcome that now.
Cheers, Pickles.
Yeah, congratulations,
I agree.
Pickle.
Pickles, congratulations, sir. You did a fantastic job. I appreciate you putting that guy on the board. We look forward to seeing you on the Wall of Fame, sir. And, of course, a big pat on the back to Big Hit Savage, Akuma Enjoyer, and Michael for being our waitlisters of the week. Guys, keep them coming. It's fantastic work you did.
Absolutely. It was excellent.
Yes, hit the thumbs up if you have not.
Yep.
And it is that time. You guys have a wonderful week. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing you next week and hearing all the wonderful things you did this weekend when you get out there and get outside. Have a wonderful time. Enjoy yourselves.
Peace out.
Have a great week.
Peace.